Happy Halloween from Movie Madness. Welcome to my top 10 favorite Halloween films. So, my friend Carly, seeing it being the 31st of October tomorrow, asked me if I could do a review on my favourite top 10 Halloween films. So, this is my Halloween films. So, first of all, at number 10, we have Haunted Mansion. So Haunted Mansion it stars Eddie Murphy, Terence Stamp, and Nathaniel Parker, Marsha Thompson. And it tells the story of Jim Evers. Now, the Haunted Mansion has been a house property in the area for a very long time. And according to ancient legend, a mysterious death happened there. And apparently the mansion is haunted. Of course, Jim Evers has worked in real estate for many, many years and does not believe in ghosts. Okay, he does not believe in ghosts. He believes this is all rubbish. Now, when him and his wife receive an anonymous phone call from a weird voice saying that Mr. Darcy wants to sell the property, then he jumps at the chance to earn some money. But while they're there, is everything the same as what they think, or is nothing what it seems? Is the mansion haunted? Because when he gets there, he's in a surprise for some very bad surprises. It's a really good film actually. It's got some comedy elements, especially when he meets the Madam Gypsy in the green ball, and she floats him around the room where he's chased around with these musical instruments. It's actually very funny. It's got some comedic moments. The characters are good. Storyline's really good. You do like the whole point of why they've been assigned to go to that house when they should be on a family vacation. But it's a very good film. Haunted Mansion is really good, and it's a good family children's film. It's very funny. It's got some very good characters in it, and the plot line is decent. And it's Terence Stamp who played Zod in Superman, so, you know, it's really good. That's number 10. At number 9, we have Halloween Town. This is a Disney classic film. Tells the story of witches who are in hiding. Now, Marcy is a 16-year-old girl who has always been told Halloween is evil. It's wrong, it shouldn't be celebrated, and her mother has tried to protect her from Halloween. Why, we don't know. But when her grandma arrives and tells her about this mysterious place called Halloween Town, Marcy and her brother and her little sister sneak aboard the bus, follow their grandma to Halloween Town. But when they get to Halloween Town, they find something is not right with Halloween Town. Certain people are turning into evil monsters like the Dark Times, and it's up to Marcy and her grandma to find out what is going on. While Marcy actually has a secret that's linked to Halloween Town, but I won't tell you. It's got some great cast members. It's got some great cast members such as Debbie Reynolds, Kimberly Brown, and Philip Dyke. Philip Dyke is the mayor of Halloween Town, and he's really good in it as well. So Halloween Town is pretty really good. At number 8, Nightmare on Elm Street. Come on, everyone loves Robert Englund as Freddy Krueger. Now, the story tells of basically a monstrous spirit who has the power to invade dreams is come upon an innocent child of a dream of a child whose parents were responsible for his death, and he seems to haunt this child throughout his. He seems to haunt this child's dreams, but they're starting to realise, is this a dream or is this really happening? And in the story, they are trying to defeat this evil demon that is using the dreams, and, well, honestly, people are getting killed. And he's haunting this child because the parents are responsible for killing him. And he's a monstrous spirit that's haunting this child's dreams. It's terrifying. This is a classic horror movie, okay? It's got some great scare elements in it. Robert Englund is superior as Freddy Krueger. He is amazing. I mean, come on, he's scary, he's frightening. It's a fantastic horror movie with some jump scares, brilliant storyline, gruesome moments, great twists and shocks. Nightmare on Elm Street is fantastic. It was released in 1985, and yes, Johnny Depp is in it, and it's really, really good. So yeah, Nightmare on Elm Street is definitely at number 8. At number 7, we have Scary Movie. What's up? Scary Movie is a comedy based on all horror movies. It's very, very funny. It's not to be taken seriously. It is a piss-take film, but it is brilliant. Everyone loves Scary Movie. It's a great great. It's a great film. It's so funny because basically a teenage girl has been living with her dad when in a high school, trying to live a normal life, when this evil freak in a scream mask is killing people and haunting her, and she's trying to figure out why this guy is after her. Why this guy is after Cindy. Cindy is the girl. Cindy's being haunted by this strange scream freak who's going after all her friends. It's very funny. It makes no sense, but it is brilliant. And plus, it's so popular that there's 5 scary movie films, so it's done really well, and it's fantastic. That's definitely at number 7. At number 6... Everyone loves the Ghostbusters film. This is definitely at number 6 because it's a classic. Come on, Ghostbusters. We all love the theme song. It's brilliant. It tells the story of 3 scientists played by Bill Murray and Dan Aykroyd, and stars Catherine O'Hara. Now, these 3 scientists, Ray and his friends, are idiots, basically. They're being called crazy because they work in the paranormal. They're paranormal scientists that work. One of them is a psychologist, one of them works in paranormal psychology, and they believe in, well, ghosts. And they've been told that they're idiots, they're not going to get funded anymore, there's no point to them. So when they start to buy a firehouse and decide they're going to start their own business, people think they're idiots, people think they're charlatans, but then ghosts actually start to appear. And the story tells of these 4 men who are trying to protect New York from evil ghosts. Now, during their new business venture, Bill Murray's character falls in love with a woman played by Catherine O'Hara. And she is a worker who works in an apartment, and her house is being haunted by this evil spirit called Zool. Now, they go into their house and find out that basically why this woman is getting haunted. And it seems that there's a connection between what they're doing and what's happening to this woman. And throughout the story, you see them trying to save New York, basically from ghosts, busting ghosts, because they are the Ghostbusters. Had to play it one more time. Couldn't help myself. I ain't afraid of no ghost. At number 5, The Corpse Bride, starring Johnny Depp, and who's brilliant in this, absolutely brilliant. I mean, this is one of these one of these comic animation films that is fantastic. It is absolutely brilliant. It's very good because I tell you something. It's really speaks on Tim Burton because it's directed by Tim Burton, and it stars Johnny Depp and the woman that played Bellatrix Lestrange, Helen Bonham Carter. And it's a fantastic animation because I tell you it's really good because the animation's really good. It's very freaky, it's very down to earth, and I think what I like especially about it is the music. The music works very well in it. It's very comical, and it's brilliant as well, actually. And what's really clever is the animation just makes this film. It's so evil, it's so sick, it's very horror, very gruesome. It's supposed to be, because it's Tim Burton, and obviously everyone knows that Tim Burton is a freaky director. He makes some very freaky films, but it is brilliant. So The Corpse Bride tells the story of 2 lovers, Victoria and her husband, Victor. Victor is supposed to marry Victoria, and he has no idea who she is, never met her, never been friends with her, and he's supposed to marry her. Now, during his marriage, when he fails to say his wedding vows, he goes off and practices and then finds himself engaged to a corpse bride. Now, Helen Bonham Carter plays Emily, a corpse bride who was basically wronged in her last wedding, and she has been made a vow to stay in this grave until a person who says their vows set her free. Victor accidentally sets this corpse bride free and then freaks out because he's got this wife in the real world that wants to marry and this corpse he's engaged to. He finds himself in the dead realm where they're all dead. Everyone's just dead. And there's all skeletons and dead people, and he's wondering what the hell to do, and he's trying to figure out basically the story tells Victor trying to get himself out of this marriage and be happy for the first time ever, because people in the real world are merely miserable and boring. If you've seen them, they're very dull. They're extremely dull. But it's great because it's got good music, the animation is brilliant, the characters are great, and there are some laugh out loud moments as well. Corpse Bride is pretty good. At number 4, we have Beetlejuice. 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 Beetlejuice is played by Michael Keaton. Now, the story tells of a loving couple, a romantic couple, played by the wonderful Bill Murray and played by the wonderful Alec Baldwin and Gina Davis. Now, they're married in a lovely life, they're nice and romantic, and after having a tragic accident, they find themselves ghosts and dead. They have no idea how to be ghosts, they've only just started being ghosts, and apparently there's a handbook. And while they've been dead, this family moves into their house trying to wreck their lives, refurbish what they've done, and they need some help. So they call upon a spectre called Beetlejuice, who basically in the story, they ask him for helping them in getting rid of these family, scaring them out of their house and getting their lives back. That's what they're trying to do. But is Beetlejuice to be trusted? Is he? You never know. Watch the film. It's a very, very funny classic. We all love Michael Keaton as Beetlejuice. He is hilarious. There is some great laugh out moments and inappropriate moments, and don't let your kids watch this because this is a very adult movie, but he's very funny. I mean, there are some great the comedy timing of Michael Keaton's character is great. The absurdism of this film works very well. The portrayal of the characters is fantastic. Script is great, and also there's some great twists because they find while they're haunting this place, the daughter of this family, who is very into ghosts, wants to basically help them. And the fact she wants to help these two couple that's been tragically, accidentally ended up dead, live a normal life. And it's great. It's got great, as I said, it's got great story. Comedy timing is great. The camera shots and how they show the creatures. Also the animation as well of Beetlejuice tricks and the dead world is great. So yeah, definitely Beetlejuice 100% at 4. At number 3, boys and girls of every age, wouldn't you like to be something strange? Come with us and you will see this our town of Halloween. Nightmare Before Christmas. The Nightmare Before Christmas tells the story of the Pumpkin King, Jack Skellington, who has lived in Halloween Town for all his life doing the same old thing, and he's bored. He is fed up. Now, when he's depressed and stumbles upon all these gateways, he enters a gateway that looks like a Christmas tree and finds himself in Christmas Town. He is so blown away by the magic of Christmas Town, he wants it. He decides that that's the thing he's been looking for. He's gonna bring Christmas to Halloween Town, and they're going to take over Christmas. And his friends want to take over Christmas and basically do what the Santa does and deliver the presents. And he is obsessed with this. He wants to find out what this Christmas is all about, look at the songs, look at the stories, packaging all the places, all the gifts, and find out what's the meaning of Christmas. And he basically wants to take over Christmas and deliver it to the children and become Santa Claus. So he captures the real Santa Claus and takes him to Oogie Boogie, who again is another classic character. Nightmare Before Christmas is brilliant. We love it around Halloween because it's just great music. The animation, and yes, it's done by the great Tim Burton. Tim Burton is a fabulous director that does these brilliant creations such as Coraline, Nightmare Before Christmas, Corpse Bride, and taking over Disney films such as Alice in Wonderland. He's a great director and does a fantastic job at Nightmare Before Christmas. The animation is beautiful. It's amazing. The detail, the precise detail that he puts into this film is great. It is fantastic. I love the elements of Halloween Town and Christmas Town and how they all come together. Also, the comedy moments are great as well. And there are some gruesome sort of animation because that's what Tim Burton's all about, gruesome animation. And the songs. We all remember Nightmare Before Christmas because of the songs, such as This Is Halloween and What's This? What's This? There's Magic in the Air and the Oogie Boogie song. They are classic songs and this is definitely in my top 3, 100%. And now we come down to the 2 best Halloween films that I find are the best. So at number 2, we have Hocus Pocus. I Put a Spell on You was the amazing song that was put into this film. And ever since then, people have enjoyed I Put a Spell on You. They've loved the song, they've danced the song, we all remember the song. It is brilliant. Hocus Pocus tells the story of a cursed boy who turns into a cat. Years and years ago, back in Salem, Zachary Binks lost his sister to 3 evil witches, And before he manages to defeat them, the witches swear that before they are hanged, that on the night of Hallows Eve on Salem, a virgin shall light the candle and we shall be free. Now, when an American family moved to Salem, he basically doesn't believe in anything Halloween-y, and because he loves this girl, he decides he's going to go to the museum of the Sanderson sisters, where, of course, Winnie Sanderson, who own the book that's supposed to be basically all the spells, and her sisters are supposed to be these evil witches, and the boy basically lights the candle and frees the witches, and he frees the Sanderson sisters upon Salem, and he has to work with his sister and this girl that he loves to try and stop them from taking the life force of all the children so they can be young again. This is a classic Halloween film. We love Hocus Pocus. It's brilliant. The comedy of these three. Honestly, Bette Midler is known for the genius acting work on this film. Bette Midler is amazing in this film. She's absolutely, well, she's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. You've got Bette Midler, Sarah J. Parker, and Kathy Nimroy. And they are absolutely amazing. These two bounce off each other really well in this film. It's hilarious. The comedy elements of this film are great. The storyline of this film is great. The music is amazing. Sarah Jessica Parker has an astonishing voice, and Bette Midler, as they sing these songs. Honestly, her voice is incredible, both of them in this film. It's stupid. It's got stupid humour, but the stupid humour works within the film. And it works in the storyline. And these kids are trying to convince people that these sisters have come back to life. Now, of course, they're children, so no one's going to blooming believe them. And, of course, they stumble upon Zachary Binks, who's become a cat. And the cat is basically a magical cat. It's Zachary Binks. And basically, they are trying to stop the sisters and free Zachary's soul so he can be with his sister. It's a classic classic film. If you haven't seen Hocus Pocus, where have you been? Go see Hocus Pocus. It's brilliant. It's fantastic. And here we are. My number one Halloween film that I love so much, and I will tell, and you'll guess what it is when I say this. Alexa, play the Halloween theme.
Halloween theme by John Carpenter, Cody Carpenter, and Daniel Davis on Amazon Music.
Yes, well, most of us, I think most of us can say this is the best film ever of Halloween. It is incredible. It is frightening. It is terrifying. It will scare the shit out of you. Because when I first watched it, it scared the shit out of me. Alexa, stop. It tells the story of ruthless killer Michael Myers. Now, if you don't know who Michael Myers is, you should know by now. The costume is simple, the mask, the knife, it all comes together. And Halloween, basically, after killing his sister, he is sentenced to a prison for 17 years. But he escapes with a car and goes back to his hometown to kill more victims in Haddonfield, which is where he comes from. Now, he was sentenced to 17 years for killing his older sister, and he escaped the prison to go to Haddonfield to find new victims. Obviously, we know what goes on. And Jamie Lee Curtis is known for this film because she's one of the victims, and she's been in these Halloween films for years. And these Halloween films have been an absolute success because now we've got the newest, we have the one that came out last year, which everyone loved, The Return of Michael Myers. And now there's another one next year that me and Jake are very excited about. Can't tell you much about this if you haven't seen it. I don't want to spoil it because it's such a good film. And basically, they're trying to stop this killer. He's come to Haddonfield after so many years of being in prison to kill more victims because he has a thirst for killing. Michael Myers is an evil, psychopathic killer who is frightening. The way he kills, what I especially like about Halloween film is the kills are so realistic and so brilliant. They are great. Honestly, they're so good. The specific detail of the killings and how they show the killings, how they represent it, the people that get killed in it. And when he appears, you just don't expect it. The jump scares are brilliant in this film because you will jump. Especially when you see you just see the face. Every time, everyone knows for the Halloween films, you just see his face appear and it freaks you out. Halloween is incredible. It has to be my number one because I love it. I watch it every year. I've watched all through this week and last week. I've watched Halloween from Halloween 1 all the way to the new one, and I'm watching the new one tonight, which I honestly can't wait for. Halloween is absolutely amazing. It's a brilliant horror. It's a great horror. We all love it. It's fantastic because it's scary. It's shit scary. It will creep the fuck out of you because it is scary. It is horrible. It is graphic, but it's supposed to be. It's a horror movie. If it doesn't scare you, it's not a good horror movie. Halloween is fantastic. I love Michael Myers. It's great. It is amazing. So yeah, definitely at number one has to be Halloween. So there you have it. There is my top 10 Halloween choices. Thank you, Carly, for that request. I want to know, what is your top 10 Halloween films? Please put them in the comment section just below this video. Have a wonderful Halloween and enjoy yourselves with your family. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in my next video.